What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where I bring you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today, and well, bit of housekeeping for you. I definitely have my react to the state of play yesterday, and it was quite an interesting one. And some of the news actually leaked, or some of the news more news came out after the state of play regarding Final Fantasy, and Xbox Live was down, and well, you might want to hear this about Anthem if you are an Anthem fan, but we're going to get into that soon. This is the official episode, February 26th of Yesterday Today. Alright, lads and ladettes, so today, I want to start off today with Mr. President. Yes, President Joe Biden. Well, yes, I know this is a game channel, but yes, so President Joe Biden is basically looking into the shortages of the Xbox and the PS4. This article came from GameSpot, and the companies Sony, AMD, Qualcomm, and Apple, they wrote a letter, and they basically wrote to the president, and they said, semiconductors play a critical role in enabling the products and services that fuel our economy, contribute to American innovation, and enhance our national security. Given the central role of semiconductors strengthening the U.S. position in semiconductor research, design, and manufacturing is a national priority. Now, this is all just causing all of the shortages, and this country is the last thing we need to do is have any problems with our economy, right? We are in the middle of a pandemic where everybody is losing their jobs and people need money, stimulus checks going out or whatever. Well, we need to figure out what's going on with the economy, I guess, so that everybody can keep pouring their money back into the country and back into the company, because everybody pays taxes or whatever. But hopefully, once the president investigates, yes, the president investigates all of this stuff, we can get better, we can get less shortages, and everybody can have their new Xboxes and PS5s. Let's talk about Japan Studio. Yes, one of Sony's oldest first-party studios. Well, they're going to be scaling back some of their development. Yes, the same people that developed Astro's Playroom and Astrobot, some great games, but they're going to be scaling it back, and they've released an official statement with IGN, as you can see here, and they said, in an effort to further strengthen business operations, SIE can confirm PlayStation Studios Japan Studio will be reorganized into a new organization on April 1st. Japan Studio will be recentered to Team Asabi, the creative team behind Astro's Playroom, allowing the team to focus on a single vision and build on the popularity of Astro's Playroom. In addition, the roles of external production, software localization, and IP management of Japan Studio titles will be concentrated within the global functions of PlayStation Studios. Now, well, we'll see. Hopefully something great comes out of that. They seem like they're just really going to focus on Astro, and why not? This could be the new mascot for Sony. And Astro's Playroom was absolutely awesome, and the VR, all of it is really great. I actually definitely loved Astro's Playroom when I got my PS5. It took it took some advantages of the PS5 DualSense controller, and I absolutely loved it. And I can't wait to see more. Maybe it'll be the next VR game, because now that we have the PSVR 2, maybe we'll get another basically a character platformer and stuff like that. I'm really excited, but let me know what you think about this all in the comments down below. Well, Amazon has officially released the list for the free games they have for March. And well, seems like it's a pretty decent one, as you can see here. Coming to you from GameSpot and available for the entire month. Blasphemous, which is a very difficult platformer. Plays, a little Dark Souls-ish. Tengami, not familiar. Boomerang Fu, Bomber Crew Deluxe Edition, and Skydrift. But then you get more free games, and it ends March 5th. That's pretty quick. Strata, Adventures of Chris, and that ends March 12th. The Academy First Riddle ends March 19th. And Cinemora EX ends March 26th. Now, one thing I will know is that Cinemora EX is a side-scrolling shmup. And, well, I've played it multiple times on multiple platforms, and I love a good shmup. And, well, now that it's free on Amazon Prime Gaming, why not? And then, of course, you have a slew of free SNK games, as you do every month. Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars, Blazing Star, Garo Mark of the Wolves, which is a phenomenal fighting game. I absolutely love that game. Fatal Fury Special, Ironclad, and then there's plenty more. So, hey, it's always good to see this and get some free games with no subscription really up. Wait, matter of fact, the fact that you have Amazon Prime is why you are getting these free games. And, well, So it's always really good to get some free stuff here and there, you know. All right, lads and lads. So it would appear that Xbox Live was down for about 5 hours yesterday, and well, these type of things happen sometimes, and this is the official tweet from Xbox support. We are aware that users may not be able to sign in to Xbox Live at this time. Our teams are currently investigating to fix the issue. We will update here on xbox.com/status when we have more information to share. 2 hours later, Xbox support retweeted it and quote tweeted basically, our teams are continuing their investigation and have found that users experiencing sign-in issues may have issues with purchasing content in party chat as well. We will send additional updates here on xbox.com/status when we have more information to share. I am happy to let you know that it is completely fixed. Everything is well now, so you can definitely go back to going on Xbox Live and playing some of those multiplayer games. Let's get some Call of Duty popping because there is a new season, of course. All right, lads and lads, so let's talk about Final Fantasy VII, probably the most popular one, right? So popular that Square Enix is officially putting out 2 more games that's based around that universe. Yes, after the State of Play, they went out and showed us that there is more Final Fantasy in the works. And well, one of them is actually a Battle Royale, okay, right after the events of that have taken place of Final Fantasy VII, and it's right before Final Fantasy VIII, of course. And you just play as a soldier, and as you go out there to play your your proving grounds. And it's really interesting that they have a Battle Royale game, but why not? It's going to be on mobile, and I do believe it's going to be free. But here's an official from their official Twitter, from the Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter. That's not all. We're also presenting 2 new mobile games. Here's Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, a battle royale game set in Midgard before the events of Final Fantasy VIII. As a soldier candidate, make full use of your abilities in a battle for your survival. Now also, I'm gonna scroll up here, and here is Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. And basically, it looks like the old game in a cute chibi-artsy style, and it's also going to be released in episodic form. But when you do get into combat, it looks like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but it does appear to be turn-based, which is cool, especially for those Final Fantasy VII fans, those hard remake fans who kind of want it both ways. I like the cute chibi-art style, but I like the new modern combat and what it looks like. So now you get to have both if you're definitely in tune with this. This will be on both iOS and Android, and will be releasing episodically. All right, lads and lads, so let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077, right? So during my absence, Cyberpunk 2077 was released, right? And a lot of hubbub was surrounding the game. And I'm not talking about good hubbub, okay? So the news that I'm about to bring y'all is just also more negative news. So they officially released on their Twitter that they're going to have to delay the next patch, but this is because the hackers got to them and all kinds of other stuff. So here's the official statement. While we dearly wanted to deliver patch 1.2 for Cyberpunk 2077 in the time span we detailed previously, the recent cyber attack on the studio's IT infrastructure and extensive scoop of the update mean this is unfortunately will not happen. We'll need some additional time. They also went on to say, our goal to patch 1.2 goes beyond any of our previous updates. We've been working on numerous overall quality improvements and fixes, and we still have work to do to make sure. That's why you get, with that in mind, we're now aiming for release in the second half of March. It's not the news we enjoy sharing, but we want to make sure we launch this update properly. Stay tuned for more information as the time draws closer. Thank you for your continued patience and support. Now, I also want to state this, right? Because I want to talk to those people out there with the death threats and getting upset at the developers. It is not the developers' fault that Cyberpunk 2077 released in the state that it's in. I know y'all know this. I know y'all have heard this at this point. There was even a guy in the point, he said, oh, I bought the game twice and got my refund twice and still I feel like you owe me money. They owe you nothing. You didn't have to buy the game. You didn't have to do anything. The game still sold 13 million copies, so obviously it's still a very, very good game in there. It's just extremely buggy. You know how you know how good the game was? I finished it. Yes, Dakota Griswold, the guy who never finishes games, finished Cyberpunk 2077 after putting about 50 hours in this game. That game was a perfect length for me. Now the bugs, they were absolutely disgusting, but I don't blame the developers. I blame management. They say, hey man, we can't delay this anymore. We need to make some money. They saw that they sold about 8 million copies before the game even came out. And then they did the sketchy stuff by only letting people release the PC review and not giving them console codes. So we already know what's up with that here, right? What Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red, the developers, we're hoping that they can do is just do what Sean Murray and Hello Games did when it came to No Man's Sky. Just disappear, right? Just disappear. Release an update here and there, but don't say anything. Put your heads down. Get down to work so there's no pressure. Handle this hacker situation and basically just do better. Okay, I recently gave the game away to a good friend. Yes, the game is buggy, but if I finished it, there is still a lot of very good game to be had here. I'm talking about a guy with an exploding bottom half of his body. His legs is flying all over the place because he got a terrible implant, to a pretty good story. Even though it seems that Keanu was miscast, I still think that Cyberpunk 2077 is still a phenomenal game despite those terrible bugs. So my heart goes out to the developers and all of the hard work they're doing, and they just seem to be mismanaged. They're doing very well financially, I do believe, CD Projekt and management, simply because they own GOG. They're still putting out stuff for Gwent, and they're still making money off Witcher 3. And I don't know if the money goes to them for the show, but you know how it goes. But CD Projekt Red, the management, please stop hanging out the developers to dry. Let them work and stop leaving them out there to do. I just really want to see this game do well. The game has already done well, basically. It sold over 13 million copies, but the game could do so much better if it hadn't released in a broken state. After I beat it on my PS4, I put it on my PS5 and I saw some of these glitches and I said, you know what, Grizz? You have nothing to prove. You already beat the game. Ride off into the sunset with Pan Am and enjoy yourself. I really love Cyberpunk 2077. And one day I would absolutely love to run through it and play through it maybe 2 more times, because I played through it as a street kid and I would like to be a corpo and even a nomad to see really where this game will go. Cyberpunk 2077, once again, is a phenomenal game plagued with a bunch of bugs, and I hope that they can fix this and get past this. Alright, lads and ladettes, sorry to leave you on such a sad note, but I regret to inform you that if Anthem Next is officially canceled and done finito by EA, but they will be keeping the servers alive. And BioWare Austin studio director Chris Daly released a statement over on the website, and he said, in the spirit of transparency and closure, we wanted to share that we've made the difficult decision to stop our new development work on Anthem, aka Anthem Next. We will, however, continue to keep the Anthem Live service running as it exists today. Well, good to know that the game, you can still just go ahead and keep going and playing the game. Since Anthem's launch, the team has been working hard to continually improve the game, releasing multiple updates that brought with them a variety of improvements and introduced new content to play. Towards the end of 2019, we expanded on that effort and started working on a more fundamental restructure of the game. During the development, we've provided updates revealing some of the team's work through blog posts and conversations with you on social media, and it's been inspiring for us to see the positive reactions and feedback. I've been incredibly proud of the work the team has been doing and excited to see and play each new build on the experience. 2020 was a year unlike any other, however, and while we continue to make progress against all our game projects at BioWare, working from home during the pandemic has had an impact on our productivity, and not everything we had planned as a studio before COVID-19 can be accomplished without putting undue stress on our teams. Yeah, now y'all concerned about crunch, huh? I know this will be disappointing to the community of Anthem players who have been excited to see the improvements we've been working on. I was excited to maybe jump back in, hoping that this was really fire. It's also disappointing for the team who were doing brilliant work. And for me personally, Anthem is what brought me to BioWare. And the last 2 years have been some of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of my career. Game development is hard. Decisions like these are not easy. Moving forward, we need to laser focus our efforts as a studio in strengthening the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect titles while continuing to provide quality updates to Star Wars Old Republic. To the Anthem community, thank you for the passion and creativity. Your feedback and suggestions most certainly help shape the team's direction. And on a personal note, your kindness and encouragement were much needed last year. Please stay safe and be kind to each other. Strong alone, stronger together. Christian Daly. Now, once again, this is very, very disappointing news, but I'm glad that Anthem is still up and running, and maybe they'll just continue to update it. But it's really, really sad for the people that put their hard work into this game. My heart goes out to y'all, and I'm really glad that y'all. They also said they're gonna completely make the new Dragon Age a single-player game. They're gonna focus on it because they will decide to make it heavily multiplayer focused. And I'm really guessing that maybe EA or BioWare, they'll decide to change the infrastructure and maybe give us some more single-player games. Anthem was pretty good, but it was lacking in a lot of content. It was a lot of promise, but I'm also very excited for a new Dragon Age. We're getting Mass Effect remastered soon. It's completely, like, it just looks really, really awesome, all three of them. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Dragon Age. But rest in peace, Anthem. Hopefully everybody that's playing it still enjoy it, and hopefully they don't take the servers down anytime soon. Hopefully y'all can continue to play it. So please enjoy. Alright, lads and ladders, that is a wrap for the day. Hope you're ready to have a great weekend and play some games. Might actually get a chance to dig into some Assassin's Creed Valhalla this weekend, or maybe even more of that Outriders demo. Hopefully y'all tuned into my stream yesterday, and hopefully you watch my state of play. Please go ahead, if you're new here, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting. Every Tuesday and Thursday I stream for about an hour or so. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I bring you yesterday, today, bringing you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and click that like button on your way out, and please go ahead and share this with everybody. This video is finito.